What I do is I like to experiment with designs in different ways, trying to understand what makes maps usable, what makes people like them. I say, well, what happens if you try different design rules, different angles, perhaps not straight lines, perhaps circles. One of the maps which generated a particularly massive response was a map in which I turned the whole of London into concentric circles and spokes. Really, I'd intended that map to be as a cartographic joke. And I was absolutely shocked at the massive response it got. It went completely viral. Every newspaper covered it. I was famous for a month. I'm a lecturer at the University of Essex where I teach in the psychology department. And that sort of information design background, human factors background, intelligence and reasoning, that sort of points me towards what I need to know about in order to make something work effectively. There's a general area of psychology, sort of ergonomics, called human factors, and what that's about is sort of making things easy to use so that people can use them effortlessly. What is it about the door that made you push it instead of pull it? I've been interested in human factors for a long time, probably because I'm not a natural with computers or calculators or doors. I guess I'm a bit too stubborn to blame myself for that, so I sort of blame other people and say, well, if I can't use it, then someone else is screwed up. I've always been interested in maps. Ever since I was a child, travelling by myself in London, I used to use the bus map to get all the way across London from one end to the other to visit places, see things. I was brought up in South London. In South London, you don't really get very much underground. So you get this wonderful map, but you can't actually ever get to it. So I sort of always collected them, always interested, never got to ride on it. I designed the first map by myself in 1999, but I didn't actually let one loose to the general public until about 5 years later. That's how long it needs in order to do something well. My early observations that the current underground maps, they're not as simple and as elegant as Henry Beck's designs. They're not really simplifying reality. That's the thing, that the whole point about a diagram map like the London Underground map is it's supposed to take a complex reality and turn it into a simple, clear shape that's easy to understand. They actually bring people together. You'll have two complete strangers looking at a map, and they'll just spontaneously start talking to each other. Sort of says to you that you really are you're not just creating something beautiful, but something that's sort of intellectually engaging as well, which is very nice.
Click the videos to watch more Londoners, and don't forget to subscribe.